This is a hands-free workout. So many people struggle with issues in their hands and in their wrists. So much pain when we put too much pressure in the workout. Today, it's a hands-free day. Let's start with the knees bending and stretching. And then we have a big stretch up and take the breath down. Release the chin to the chest and do a few knee softenings, shifting the pelvis, stretching the back of the legs, relaxing and releasing the shoulders and the neck. Soften the knees and roll all the way up. We're going to take those hands and circle them around as we do gentle walking on the spot. Just articulating through all of the fingers, finding a nice opening in the wrists. Reverse the direction, continue walking on the spot. And all those little crunches, just waking up the hands, enjoying that mobility. Now with the plie, we lift the shoulders to the ears, and we're going to reach the fingertips up to the ceiling. As you do this reach with the hands, you want to make sure the elbows are slightly bent, and you open the fingers in a jazz hand, so we get an ultimate stretch in the nerves of the hand, the elbow, and the shoulders. Now we're just circling the hands like we're washing the walls on either side of us, and you'll feel this opening from the palm all the way to the tips of the fingers and back to your shoulder girdle. Reverse the direction and squeeze yourself into a Pilates stance, pulling the navel in, lifting the pelvic floor up. Now keep your arms in this open position and tip your head. This increases that neural sensation in the opposite arm. Bring the chin to the chest and do the other side. Feel those palms expanding. Enjoy that opening in the neck, the shoulder, the arms, and the fingers. Down and out. And now we're going to release the arms down. Enjoy that tingling sensation with our open fingers and wrists. Small side bends 3 times here, keeping the pelvis still. And now we're going to take the arm up and over, shift the pelvis away from the hand and head, and find yourself in a long side bend here. Lift up towards the ceiling and let that arm circle a few times, releasing the weight and letting this one take you all the way up and over, first into a small side bend, keeping your pelvis steady as you elongate one side. And let's take the arm up, and now the hips will shift away from the hands and the head. Keeping the bum squeezed and the tummy in, let's circle that arm again. Circle, circle, and one more time to come all the way up. Lifting the heels up and down in Pilates stance, using the inner thighs, squeezing your bum, pulling the tummy up, shoulders are open, jaw is relaxed, and a nice, good. Now we're gonna again work the hands and the fingertips without any pressure, flexing the fingers open, connecting those elbows. So this is opening up the shoulders and using the chest muscles. Now I stretch the hands and again open, flare from the elbows, return. And while I'm doing this, I have the weight on the balls of my feet. My legs are long, my neck is relaxed, and return. Now we're going to go up a last time to flare. Now bring those forearms together and we're going to raise the roof here, pulling the tummy up and in, reaching those fingers out nice and wide. So strengthening the hands and the wrists and the forearms without any undue pressure. Good, and let's release that. Pull the fingers apart from each other, widen the elbows, and a simple twist to the right, maintaining that resistance with the pelvis staying forward. Inhale, long neck, and exhale, twist the other way. Inhale. With the exhale, we squeeze all the air out by using our core. Inhale, center, and exhale, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Return to the center, release yourself down. We're going to come onto the mat, one knee after the other, and gently lower yourself to the elbows being underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We go into a cat back here, and it's a lovely way to stretch the shoulders by shifting the weight slightly forward. Return back through neutral and into the cat. So you get the same articulation as you would if you were on your hands. And here even a bit more bonus because you get a beautiful stretch in your upper back and neck as you shift forward. Exhale, pubic bone comes toward the nose, shifting slightly forward. My bum is also active here, returning long and out. And the last time, curling it up, shifting the weight forward, returning it back, and opening it long. Slowly bring yourself up onto your knees. Bring the hands towards your thighs and squeeze those feet together. We'll do a few open thigh stretches. Lift the chest as you come forward, working the back. And fingertips and face float forward. And you reach back and squeeze those arms towards each other. Just because we're not putting weight on the hands, it doesn't mean we can't still work the shoulders and the arms. So reach the fingers forward and open the chest, squeeze the arms back. 2 more times like this, reaching forward and squeezing back. And now reaching forward, we're going to stay in this long tilted position. Just circle the arms here 4 times in one direction. Floating head, arms nice and long, and 4 times in the other direction. Nice squeeze in the pelvis. Again, find your float up. And we're going to lower down onto our elbows and our pelvis. Going into what I call the baby cobra abdominals, we start rolling the pubic bone north, scooping up and under, releasing the head to look under the pelvis, which has lifted off the floor. I sequence myself back down, pulling the chest and releasing the neck. Now, my bum is relaxed and my legs are relaxed. This is total core oriented. So, I'm using my chest by pushing my elbows into the floor and rounding my upper back. And then as I come down, I use my shoulder blades to pull myself into a long supported baby cobra. A few more times like that. North rolling. Keep that tip in the pelvis, curl it up. And open out. And now we're going to add bent knees and flexed feet. So we come up as high as we can, with a slight lift of the pelvis, and then I'm going to bend my knees, which gives me more leverage to lift up, squeezing the bum and returning the feet, the pubic bone, the waist, the chest, and the hips. Again, north rolling, curl it up. First find this initial level and then add the next level. Now in this position, I'm really thinking about my elbows and my knees pulling towards each other. And release the feet, the pubic bone, the waist, the left hands. One more time. Exhale, roll it up, keeping those shoulders really rounded. Bend the knees and continue that round curl. Pulling the elbows and the knees towards each other We hold and release. We lengthen out and soften down over your hands. Roll the pelvis north and south a few times. Just finding that pressure on the pubic bone, engaging the glutes as well. North and south. North and south. Come into a north rolling. Check that your stomach is pulled up as tightly as can be against your spine. And let's just work the shoulders once up and down. And then the elbows up and down. Floating head up and down. And diamond press. And again, shoulders. And elbows. Head. And diamond press. Now when we're going into the diamond press, please try to keep your bum and your legs relaxed. So it's really focused in the upper back and shoulders with the stomach off the floor. Good, we're coming back up with the elbows slightly open. We're going into single heel kick now. I'm going to punch one hand into the other. And again, I'm really stabilizing my body by pushing my elbows down, my shoulders back, and again, my stomach is up. So I'm in a long line. I'm going to take the right heel and I'm going to point the foot, and then I flex the foot, and I point the foot, and I lengthen the leg long. Same thing with the left. Whoops, I did that wrong. Point and flex and point, lengthen long. Now, the work is in the core. The work is in the chest and the arms to maintain this, and then in the hamstrings. So what I don't want you to do is allow the lower back to arch as you try to bring the heel close in. So it's a counterbalance of holding the stomach to keep the pelvis neutral while the leg moves independently, squeezing those hamstrings, working the glutes. 1, 2, push those hands towards each other, using the pectoral muscles, really lift it up in the core, pulling the scapula down, using the latissimus, and up, reach, pull the stomach more in, and a point, flex, point, lengthen, point, really working the neck and the posture, and one more time each side, and last time like this. Release it down, bring your hands under, and gently push yourself into a child's pose. Deep breath here. Good, let's continue on to the bum. Today we're going to have the feet completely together, which is a little bit different than how I usually start the abs. So my feet are completely together, my knees are completely together, and we're already in the flexed foot position. The hands are just underneath your knees for support at the beginning. And with the exhale again, as always, maybe my Canadian North Star, but exhale, I'm rolling that pelvis north to begin. And then I'm opening into a long spine to sit up. Exhale, pulling the navel into the chest, keeping the neck and the chest soft so there's no extra strain. And my hands are really just placed. I'm not using them too much, just keeping the elbows open so I'm activating my shoulders. And lift up, and down, and lift up. Good, we're gonna roll down, and I'm staying here, just elongating my arms forward. Now I'm going to lift my right butt off the floor. And that's gonna bring my knees into the slightest twist over, and I return it back down. I'm lifting my left butt off the floor and returning it down. It's a very tiny movement, and it's really intense on developing in the waist muscles here. And lower, and the left. So I'm keeping my upper body completely stable, which makes it more difficult because there's no counterbalance while the weight is shifting from one side to the other. Let me show you what I don't want you to do. Does that look like it's doing anything? No. Okay, so again, let's go back to the north rolling. Lift one hip gently off with control. You can go further with the knees, but make sure it's being initiated with muscle, not just giving into gravity. Pull it up, 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 and I'm always north. And a few more times. It's a fantastically intense workout for the waist, the obliques, and up, 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 and a preparation for can-can. One more time without the arms. And then you'll see how much easier it actually is with the arms, with a bit of a twist. Bring the hands, stretch your legs, and release forward. And just let your body rock from side to side. And let's reset. So feet together, arms are front. Find that deep north rolling. As the right hip lifts up, I'm going to twist towards the right. We'll keep it small a few times first. And making sure that you're twisting both shoulders. So I'm not moving the arms in the shoulders, I'm moving the shoulders. So the whole spine is twisting counter from the waist. And I'm going a little bit further now. Center and over and center. Now we're going to stay twisted to the right, and this is where it gets really fun. I want you to feel this left shoulder connected to this right hip, and we're going to pull them in while I increase the twist with each lift. Lift, still north rolling, no arching, and we're still relaxed, sipping tea or having a little chat as I do. Up and up. Oof. Through the center, second side, finding that right shoulder and the left sits bone. Lift and twist, and lift and twist. So one heel is off the floor, and I'm moving that shoulder across, really getting all of the work through the core. The intercostals of the ribs are also extremely active here. And come back into the center. Good. Adding a leg. Twist. Extend the leg. And return into the center. Twist. And extend. Return. Center. And this is really getting intense with the core. And center. Lift. Keep relaxing those shoulders. And open. Reach. One more time each side. See if you can twist a little bit further with the shoulders. And the last one, move those knees and center and lift. Woo, I'm going to pull myself a little bit closer to my heels and lower down, opening out. Let's just release the knees. Side to side, relaxing the body here. Nice deep breath. Good. Okay. Let's bring those heels close to the pelvis for a spine curl. Feet are planted parallel, north rolling, and we lift all the way up. Take a deep breath here. And with the exhale, curl it back down. Again, exhale, north rolling. Feel all those toes are going straight up the center of the body. And bring it down. And now we're going to maintain our spine curl, but shift the weight. So right now we're equally between the feet and the shoulders. I want you to pull the weight towards the feet. So I'm moving those knees forward, and you see my shoulders come up because my body is shifted. Now I'm going to push my feet into the floor and shift the weight backwards. I pull forward, I shift back. Pull forward, shift back. So when we pull forward, we're engaging our hamstrings along with our glutes more, And when we push back, we're engaging our quadriceps along with our glutes more. So let's go forward and adjust those shoulders down. And we're going to keep the weight forward with the knees. And my feet and ankles are also very active here. And I'm pumping the pelvis up. So you'll feel the hamstrings very contracted here as you keep pressing those knees forward. And 3, keeping the pubic bone as the highest point of the torso. And now I'm going to shift backwards, feeling the weight coming more towards my head. Quads are super active, and I'm pumping up here. It's easier to pump up in this position, and you can feel the pubic bone rocketing over your head. Another 3, 2, and 1. Again, forward and shoulders down. 1 and 2. Make sure your knees don't open, so they're still in parallel. 4, relaxed in the neck, and shift it backwards. And 8, up and under. 7, 6, keep the jaw relaxed. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach your arms all the way behind you. Go ahead and push up into a bridge, releasing into the neck, using all of the muscles of the back, and then slowly you soften down, back to the mat, finding a long spine. And then we bring the fingertips and the face up into a curl up. Place your left hand behind your head. And we're continuing our twisting work today. I'm going to squeeze my left elbow across as I pull my right shoulder backwards. And then I'm reversing that, reaching my right hand and looking to my left elbow. Again, we lift and twist and bend and twist. So again, we're trying not to isolate the arms. We're moving the shoulder girdle and the ribs. And one more time. Pull the twist and lengthen. Come into the center. Change right hand. Left arm is long, navel to the spine. And we pull the left shoulder back to twist. Reach it away and look to the right. So we're going through the obliques. And then we have a nice side bend. And up. And reach it out. Lengthen it up. And reach it out. Come back into the center. Lower your head down. And let's take the right leg up. Just circling the foot here. Finding all of that core released and pulling into the floor. Change the direction. 3, 2, and 1. Good. With a pointed foot, we're going to circle the leg, lowering it down toward the floor. 3. If you'd like to open up your hands towards the ceiling, that helps to relax your shoulders. Reverse the circles and come on up with a flexed foot. 3, all the while keeping that tummy tight to the spine. Now with the turned out leg, pointed foot, knee is going towards the right, but my leg is lowering still in the center. 2 and 1, flex and return it up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, point the foot, lower it almost to the floor, and then kick it up. So we're getting a nice opening in the back of the leg with some momentum. So we get a stretch of the hamstring and lengthen. Keep that stomach in. Down, kick it up. Last 2. Down, kick it up. And without the hands, we're pulsing that leg back. So really using the quad, stretching the leg. Feel that heel flying behind us. 3, 2, and 1. Replace the foot, second side. Circle that ankle. Shoulders are dropped. Stomach is in. And change the direction. 2, 3, and point the foot. 8 circles in parallel, lowering to the floor, using the core. So the palms of my hands are towards the ceiling. Reverse the circle, flexed up. I'm using my shoulders and my triceps to help stabilize the body, but it definitely requires more core to keep things from being still than putting my hands on the floor and using that strength. So just another way that it's a kind of bonus to not use your hands in a workout. 4, 3, ready, here we go. Point, lower, down, and go. Lengthen, exhale, kick. Lower and kick. And now we have 8 pulses back. 2, 3, 4. Last 3, 2, 1. Bend the knees, pull them in towards you. You can hold on to the shins, or if it's better, you can brace yourself hand against hand. And we do a few rolls forward and back into sitting. And let's find a boat pose, slightly rounded back. Arms are forward. And we're just hovering here for a moment. Let's snap it out. And 2, happy hands, snappy hands, and 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's just open those knees for a moment, circling out the body, pressing into the hips and the work we've just done. And that was our happy hands-free workout. If you enjoyed it, let me know. Press the bell and subscribe. Stay tuned for lots more wonderful Playful Pilates videos. Ciao.